there's people out there that can do but can't teach. There's people out there that can teach but can't do. Jordan is both a top performer, top producer, top earner in her network marketing business, has helped a lot of people achieve success, is still in the trenches, just like yours truly, but she's very good at teaching how to create success generically. I think you've probably been on Money Monday more than just about anybody.
A lot.
But I would love for you to share a little bit about your backstory and what you were able to accomplish, because I know you went from like 700 followers to over 1 million followers in like 10 months on TikTok, but there's more to the story. So maybe you could share a little bit about your story, your background, and again, just so excited to have you here on Money Monday.
I guess I'll just start with network marketing. So I've been in the industry about 9 years now, right? I partnered with John about 3 years ago. And right before I actually found the company I'm currently with, I learned about proper marketing, because I don't know about you guys, but like I spent the first, not even half my career, it's most of my career, several years, like 6 years of my career, being the spammiest of all the spammy buttholes. Like I was messaging everyone with a copy and paste script trying to get them to buy my stuff. And I would throw up a post that got 2 likes, and it was my mom and my best friend, and they were pity likes. And it was just me trying to sell stuff. I turned into like a sell book. It wasn't Facebook, it was a sell book. And like my personality just disappeared. Like I just became a company billboard. So I sucked a fat one at all things marketing for most of my career. And then I learned about attraction marketing. I learned about curiosity marketing. And I found short form video. Honestly, I mean, that's to fast forward several years. A little over a year ago, I was scared. Before I made videos, I was scared. I was seeing a ton of people getting like, no joke, like thousands in sales and tons of signups from these 15-second videos. And I was like, I don't know about that. Like I was really resistant to it. And John Melton, who's my business partner, was like, Jordan, you need to do these short videos. And so when money talks, I listen. Like if someone is successful and they live the type of life I want to live, the type of person I want to be, I'm going to listen when they tell me what to do. So I was like, all right, fine, John. And then I started doing these videos. I say this all the time, but I dance like a white dad at a barbecue. So I do not dance in my videos. There's not dancing. And I'm very awkward. So like I do it without being weird. I do point to the screen a little bit. I will say that. But yeah, a little bit, right? But that's so easy. But the point is, you don't have to be like a certain age to crush it with short form video. You don't have to like know all the cool things or be cool at all. I'm very not cool. And I literally just started by like recreating other videos that performed well, but putting my spin on it, like putting my personality, my product, my story. And it started blowing up. And like John said, I sucked for a while, but it went from 700 on my TikTok account to 1.1 million in under 10 months, which is insane. So you need to stop sleeping on short form video if you are, or if you're struggling with it right now, like, or maybe you've crushed in the past or you're crushing it right now, but you want to get better at it, we're going to help you and give you some tips today, because I'm serious. There is no other place like on social media where you can get in front of hundreds or thousands or millions of people for free.
Exactly.
Like it's free marketing. It's free advertising. So you need to get out of your own way and stop being afraid of it, because if you're scared you're going to look stupid, you are going to look stupid. We all look stupid when we start doing them. And I just did a live my wall where I was like, I looked really stupid when I started. And some of my videos I still watch. I'm like, that was the dumbest video, but it's funny and other people like it. So you got to stop overthinking short form video, and you got to like just start making them. But we'll give you some tips today that will hopefully help too.
Yeah. And the truth is, if you're really good at video right out of the gate, you waited too long. You waited too long. Like if you're like one of those naturals, just like immediately starts crushing it, like what were you waiting for all this time? Most people are going to suck. Embrace the suck. You have to be okay with that. And I remember for you, Jordan, I specifically remember when you said, at first I didn't like TikTok. I didn't think I could do short form videos. I didn't think it was for me. And you had all these like stories in your head, just like most of us. But you saw other people crushing it and you're like, I need to learn it so I can teach my team. So what you did, I remember you saying, you just like started talking to the camera. You just started having conversations, 15, 30 seconds, 60 seconds. I think now with TikTok, you can be up to 3 minutes, maybe even longer, who knows? But the point is, and by the way, you shouldn't start off with 3-minute videos. I'm just saying you can go a little longer than you could in the beginning, but you would just start talking. And I think what a really smart thing to do in the beginning, and this is, obviously everybody's different. Some people kind of have clarity on who they're trying to attract, the type of client or the type of person that they want to attract to them. It is easier if you have clarity on that. But you just started like answering questions, overcoming objections, like common myths, like sharing your opinion, sharing your story. And there were people that resonated with you. There were people that just, you spoke to them. And it's interesting because people are like, well, how do I know who I'm speaking to? I like to just talk to myself. I know this sounds funny, but almost like I'm trying to pump myself up, or I'm giving myself advice. And it could be like me currently, but a lot of times it's like me giving my former self, or giving myself advice in the past, or maybe it's someone that's on my team and I know that there's other people that can relate to their situation. So it's almost like I like picture, like I said, either myself in the past, or I picture a certain person on my team, maybe someone I'm friends with. And obviously I'm not saying their name per se, but I'm almost thinking what I would say to them, but I'm recording it in a video. And it's so powerful because so many people could use that advice. So many people were where you once were, or in the same situation that person is currently in. So whatever other people are struggling with, there's probably a lot of other people struggling with that same thing. So that's a good way to think through when you start having conversations with the camera, because it is a little awkward. You will feel dumb, and just, you have to be okay with that. And quite honestly, Jordan, when I look back at my videos back in like 2013, 14, 15, even 16, I look back at those videos and I like cringe. I'm like, thank God I didn't have a big following back then. Thank God I didn't get as many views as I do now on videos, because, back in 2013, 14, like they're just embarrassing. I'm like driving in a car, wearing these like sunglasses, and just like, it was just terrible. It's terrible. My first few videos, you could like see up my nostrils, because I was like holding the phone while I was driving to a meeting. It's horrible, but we all start somewhere. So embrace the suck, be okay with it. So if somebody says, hey, Jordan, struggling with getting attention. I'm struggling with figuring out what I want to talk about or how I want to show up on camera. What would you say to that person?
Like you said, there is so much confusion around niche. Like people don't understand the niche conversation at all, or they overcomplicate it. But when we say like your ideal audience, knowing your ideal audience, it's like John explained it in a really good way, but it's you. It's who are you? What type of person are you? Are you a mom? Are you a business owner, right? Like for me, I'm weird. That's a part of my personality. So like I portray that in my videos, but the goal is you want to attract people like you. I'm positive, right? I have big goals. And for me, I used to be 300 pounds. So I lost a ton of weight. I lost 155 pounds. And I became a trainer and nutritionist. And that's such a huge part of my story. Now, listen, like every single time that it's almost like I don't like to share my story, because people are like, oh, but that's the
you lost
you
all
have
that
so many
weight and you're
followers.
an expert. Yeah.
No, I'm like, no, it's not. Because there are so many people that are way less qualified than me to have huge followings or bigger followings even. It's not about that. It's you're sharing who you are, and you're showing up in an authentic way to help people. But if you don't know, you're like, okay, well, I don't know who it is. Okay, what is your product or service? Like, what is it that you sell or you do, and what problem do you help people solve? Because like John always says, we are professional problem solvers. So you want to show up in a way that's going to help that person solve the same problem that your product or service solves for free.
Yeah.
So I am in the health and wellness space. So is John. I show up and I help people with health and wellness. Now that can be as simple as like tips to like sleep better at night. That can be like, you Google things and you learn 5 ways to improve your gut health. Like it can be very simple things that you're learning and then you're repurposing and teaching other people. You don't have to actually be an expert to be an expert. It just means you know a little bit more than that person. You know some tips they didn't know. And then they'll think of you as an expert when you're showing up that way. That gives you credibility, and it makes people want to follow you, because then they know you're going to help them with that problem. If they have that problem, this is so awesome, you guys, because you have a bunch of people that are your ideal client or customer that are going to be following you, because they know when they go to your page, they're going to consistently get content to help them with their problem. So you just have a bunch of people following you that would want to buy your stuff. Right? So I think it's really important to show up in a way that gives free value to people and gives them tips. And then you can also post about your product or your business, but I think you should do value more than product posts or sales posts, and then people will follow you, and then you can convert those sales on the back end.
It is interesting, right? Like TikTok kind of threw us off, because it was like, wait a second. So some of these people are blowing up on TikTok. They're getting all these sales. They're having their most viral videos are the videos where they're sharing their products. It was like so confusing, because it was like opposite land. It's like, wait a second, your best videos that are getting the most traction are the spammy ones? Like, what? And that's really cool, but it also threw us off because we're like, wait, this probably won't last. It's not going to last forever. And it's true, right? A great example would be you didn't do that. Now, sometimes you would promote your products. Sometimes you would, obviously talk about, some of the things that you're using and the benefits and all that, but it wasn't your primary focus, which is why you built a much larger following. And when you're thinking long-term, you have to think like, why would someone follow you long-term? Like, what if they don't want to buy your product?
Yes.
Right. What if they're not interested in spending money or whatever it is? Like, how can you build that longevity so that they want to continue to follow? Because the truth is most people don't buy or join after a week, a month, or even a year of following somebody. And I can't tell you how many times I've had people reach out to me and, we are still actively in the trenches building a network marketing team. And I enroll people all the time. I enrolled, 8 or 9 people last month, 4 or 5 this month. And, a lot of those people will say, I've been following you for years.
Yeah.
Years. Just think about that, y'all. Like, there might be someone right now that's struggling with something. They come across your video and they like. Maybe they follow. Maybe they comment, whatever. But they're not going to buy from you till 6 months from now. A year from now. They might not join your team for 6 months or a year from now. So what's going to happen between the time they like or follow and 6 months from now? Because what if you stop showing up between now and 6 months? Well, then they're not going to buy from you. They're not going to join your team. So you got to play the long game. And yes, you can still promote your products. You can do things on Reels and TikTok that you probably wouldn't do on your primary account. You'd want to, be a little more mysterious with what company you're with. But on TikTok and Reels, it is interesting, especially TikTok, you can drive people to your link and have people order without ATMing them and do all these things. But again, that is not necessarily the primary strategy, in my opinion, to building following and getting that attention. So, and I love what you said too. It depends on the person because it really does depend. You selling weight loss, collagen? Are you selling like a service? Are you in real estate? Are you, it depends on what you're doing. But at the end of the day, and this is what's so beautiful, there's people in your niche that have a big following and you can model what they're doing. You don't copy them, but you get ideas because guess what? They're probably the videos you see them posting, they're getting those ideas from somebody else. So if you're in real estate, go follow a bunch of big real estate accounts. If you're in fitness, you're in network marketing, whatever it is, right? Go follow accounts where you like that person, you like what you resonate with them. And you can start modeling them and getting some ideas from them on what they're doing, but you put your own twist on it. What would you say to that, Jordan?
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. That's always the first tip I have. If someone doesn't know where to start is you need to find people like in your company or in your niche or in your area of expertise and follow them and get ideas from them.
Yeah.
And the videos that you can actually save videos. So whether you're on Reels or you're on Instagram or you're on TikTok, you can save videos. Some people have the option on TikTok because different people get different features at the same time at different times. But some people have the option to actually save them into a specific folder. It could be like recreate, right? So I have like folders like recreate. It's just a bunch of inspirations of really short videos. So I can use that sound to talk about my product or talk about my service or whatever, or my story. So the first thing you should do is definitely exactly what John said. Find people to follow who are already crushing it. And then the videos that you want to make are the ones that perform really, really well. Not a video that gets like 20,000 views if they have 1 million followers, because a lot of those views are probably because they have a lot of followers. You want to pick the videos that have like 1 million views if they have a ton of followers. You see what I'm saying? Like you kind of look at it and you want to pick their most successful videos to recreate because you don't have a following yet. The cool thing is that on Reels and TikTok, they will purposely share that content with people who they think will resonate with it. They will try based on what you're posting, what you're saying, what hashtags you're using, everything. They literally list, there's a stage in the algorithm where they listen to the words you say so that first of all, they can decide if you're breaking any rules and they'll take it down. It's like AI. But second of all, they can match that out to people who have posted things like that or who have watched other videos like that. So they're literally trying to build you an audience. I mean, how powerful is that? Even if you have 0 followers.
For free.
For free. They're literally trying to show this people who would like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think it's important in the beginning to find out the people who are crushing it and kind of duplicate what they're doing, but apply your personality, your product, your story, whatever. And then as time goes on, you figure out what works. You figure out what doesn't work. You pay attention to which videos get the most views and the most traction, and you recreate content like that. And don't recreate videos that aren't doing well. Like don't if you're having a bunch of the same type of video and it's just not performing, quit doing it. Because I see people do that all the time. I'm like, no, you need to be learning from what you're doing and always analyzing backwards what's working. And then another thing, John, is because you said how to get more attention. This is another big thing. You want to think about, you said something like this, but this is what I always think. Why would a random stranger who has never met me and has no idea who I am want to watch this? Like why would this make a random person stop and be like, what? Or be like, huh, or that's interesting. Or like, I need to know that. Like it creates so much curiosity or hits a pain point. So it's really important to have a hook. The first 3 seconds of your video are the most important part. You should be right in the beginning, showing this person why they need to stop scrolling and watch. Because they're consuming so much information. They just scroll.
Yeah, you gotta get to the point.
Yes, 3 seconds. So you'll notice if you follow me on TikTok, all of my videos have a super strong hook. And it takes me a while sometimes to think of them, but I also get ideas from other people. When you're consuming content on the app, don't just consume to consume to learn. So the people who you're following that are people you want to, teach that same niche or whatever, what hooks are they using? Start paying attention, start writing them down, start getting ideas, and then you can take that and use it for whatever it is you're talking about in your video. But I say the word you a lot in my hooks, and I tell them how I'm going to solve their problem right away when I'm doing talking head videos, meaning like I'm just talking and teaching them. If it's a video that you're just like pointing to things, the hook is the words on the screen and it has to be good. But when I'm doing a talking head video, I'll always be like, it might be something like, I'm going to help teach you how to lose 5 pounds. Like, and they'd be like, well, anyone who has that problem, they're going to be like, well, I need to watch this video, right? So you're telling them right, and you're including a pain point. That's like a super powerful hook for that type of video. But like I said, the first 3 seconds, getting your hook right, super important.
For people that are wanting to, basically figure out a way to build a following and then get the following to become customers or convert the leads, like what's some of that, like what's some of your like philosophy when it comes to converting a follower to a potential customer or a customer? And, I know a lot of us that we have funnels, we have project broadcasts, we have all these back-end tools, but in a simple way, what would you recommend for someone that's wanting to convert?
To keep it brief, I think it's just really important that you are connecting and having conversations with people because, we talk about this all the time, you guys. Marketing is amazing. And especially if you're using attraction curiosity marketing, you're attracting people to you who want what you have. Like, how powerful is that? However, marketing is only where you should be spending like 20% of your time. You should be spending 80% of your time having conversations and connections on the back end. And, maybe you don't have a ton of people commenting or liking your videos or whatever. That's fine. You can also start conversations with your followers. You can send or have a VA send, right? If you're at that point, but you can send copy and paste message to new followers and just say, right, hey, I appreciate the follow, right? It's so nice to be connected with you. And this is what I typically say, something like, because I talk about business, helping people scale their business to 6 or 7 figures without being a spammy butthole. And then I also help people with their health goals. So how to lose fat without hating your life. So I'll say, are you more interested in making money on social media or reaching your health goals? And then it just starts a conversation so that they can say, oh, I follow you because I want to learn how to lose fat. That opens the door for me to say, okay, awesome. I can definitely help you with that. What would you say are your main health goals right now? And what are your biggest struggles with reaching your health goals? So then they're telling me their pain points so I can provide a solution. So they say, oh, well, I struggle with energy. I don't sleep good. I have blah, blah, blah. Then I'll say, okay, awesome. So here's what I do. I offer free support and coaching and help customize supplement programs to help people reach their goals, right? And a lot of times what I do, which some people don't do this, but I do, I'll say, is that something you're interested in? Or I'll ask their budget. I'll say, if I could 100% help you reach your goal, how much would you be willing to invest monthly?
That's good.
And then they'll give me exactly what they would spend. Oh, I could spend $50. I could spend 150. I could spend 200. I could spend, or I can't right now. Then I'll point them to a free resource I have. If they can spend a certain amount, then I'll point them toward a specific product that I have that I will help them with their goal. So I'll be like, okay, based on what you said, I would suggest this product. And then I'll give a little paragraph of info, helps with this and that. Does that sound helpful? They say yes. And then I kind of walk them through. So in the course, I actually have part of it is how to convert sales and sign up. So literally the exact scripts and exactly how to have these consultative conversations with people so that you can sign people up. So it's not just views and likes and comments. So yeah, but that's what I do. I have conversations with people. It's really important.
At the end of the day, that's why we put out content. That's why we show up on social media, is to create more conversations. It's that simple. And you'd be surprised by, how many people, they'll follow you, but that's it. They're not going to reach out. They're not going to send you a message.
Like.
Right. That's intimidating for a lot of people, right? Or they might not even follow, but they only like. I mean, you just have to pay attention to people that are paying attention to you. That's the easiest way I can put it. That was the one thing I started doing on social media over a decade ago, even before I was doing videos. I paid attention to the people that were paying attention to me. When I got a like, when I got a friend request, like I still today will message people that send me a friend request, whether it's me or my VA, but I have like that proactive philosophy still today in wanting to connect with people that have commented on some of my reels or TikToks, or sent me a friend request, or started following me. They commented, and how many of us, maybe you end up with people commenting on one of your videos or one of your posts, and you're like, maybe you know this person, but you're like, man, I haven't seen their name pop up in a while, or I haven't seen, Sarah in a while, or I haven't talked to Kyle in a long time. And you're just in their inbox. You're sending them a message. Hey, thanks for the love of my post. What have you been up to? I saw your name pop up. It's been a while, so it doesn't matter whether it's cold market or warm market. It doesn't matter if someone reached out to you or you're reaching out to them. The goal is to create more conversations.
Conversations lead to conversions. If you're not having those conversations, you're leaving so much money on the table, but also there's so many people you could help that you're just ignoring.
Yeah. And that's the mindset right there. The people you can help. So you make it not about you. It's about who you can serve, how you can help others, how you can make an impact.